Back in 2018 I had to replace my old smartphone. Also I had to buy a new video camera to replace my old Sony camcorder, which I've used for almost 10 years filming videos. And I was thinking like, maybe I have to buy a new iPhone rather than some point-and-shoot camera like this, because iPhones are really great on taking pictures and filming videos right now, and maybe it's a smart decision. But back then, 7 years ago, I made a different decision, and I spent $1,000 on a new but cheap Android smartphone, and I bought this Lumix LX15 Panasonic camera, which I like. And today I want to tell you why do I believe that was a smart decision and why it's still my favorite pocket camera for trips, events and families. Hi everyone, I'm Al-Vatar. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's important to me, so please do it. Today we are going to talk about my 7-year-old Lumix LX15 model. We're gonna touch on some specs and reasons why it's my favorite pocket camera. We're gonna compare different types of cameras like this Sony camcorder, iPhone and point-and-shoot cameras. And I'm going to answer the questions like why point-and-shoot cameras are better than iPhone, in my personal opinion. Why point-and-shoot cameras have replaced camcorders, and why point-and-shoot cameras are so great for traveling events and family usage. And is it possible to use this tiny camera for commercial? Let's find out. If you have any question on the topic or anything to say, write your thoughts down below under this video. I want to tell you 3 reasons why I believe that having point-and-shoot camera is a better decision than having an iPhone in terms of taking pictures and filming videos on a daily basis. And the first one is because it's simply a better investment in my opinion. You see, if you buy an iPhone for $1,000, let's say, it will cost nothing in 5 to 7 years. But this Panasonic LX15 I bought for $700 in 2018 and its price still the same. Yes, it's difficult to buy it brand new right now because it's out of the stock in most of the markets, but you can buy it used for $400. So it still costs something, The second reason why I like point-and-shoot cameras because they have a better longevity. If I use an iPhone for 5 to 7 years, I have to replace it. But this point-and-shoot camera I've used for almost 7 years right now, and I believe it could serve me for the next 5 years or maybe 7 years. So it seems like the lifespan of the iPhone is about 5 to 7 years and the lifespan of the camera is about 10 to 15 years. And after 10 years of using it, it will still be a great camera with great image quality and good for traveling and other things. So yes. And the third reason why I love using point-and-shoot cameras, because it's a separate device. Having an iPhone, it has a lot of apps with different notifications that might disturb me, and if someone calls me, I have to answer the call and it might take me away from me taking a picture. But here I can be mainly focused on what I'm doing, on taking pictures and filming videos. And also I like that it has a separate flash storage, because I don't have to mix up my beautiful pictures that I've made on this camera with something that isn't so important on my iPhone. I had used my Sony CX550 for almost 10 years, since 2009. When I was a student, it was my very first camera, and I've learned a lot using it. I filmed a lot of weddings, events, music videos and so on. But at some point I decided to upgrade it with something newer, better, and I came up with this Lumix LX15 model, point-and-shoot camera. And right now we are going to compare these two form factors, two different types of cameras, and I'm going to explain you why I made that decision. So the first reason was because this CX550, it has 1/2.5 inches sensor size, and LX15 it has 1 inch sensor size, so it produces a better shallow depth of field. Next reason was that I wanted to start taking pictures, not just filming videos, and it seems like point-and-shoot cameras are better to do both. LX15 has 20 megapixel sensor size, so it produces great image quality. Next one, I thought maybe I need 4K option to film videos and LX15 has one, but I don't use it because I'm still filming videos in Full HD. Yeah. And the last reason, this camcorder, it has 10x optical zoom and it's great, but since I'm not going to film someone far away from me, let's say performing on the stage, I think maybe 3x optical zoom is more than enough in order to make portrait shots. So these are two different types of cameras, and I love the form factor of camcorders. I don't know why, but It's fun to play with them. They work great in auto mode. I like this zoom in and zoom out. And if there was an option to buy a camcorder with specs like LX15 has, I would definitely buy a camcorder, but since there is no one, I think that LX15 and point-and-shoot camera is a better decision. Next, I'm going to tell you the reasons why I love this Panasonic Lumix LX15 camera and why it's my favorite one. And the first reason is its compactability, I could say. I like that it's compact, it has 1-inch sensor and a flip-up screen, so I can take it with me wherever I go and take a picture of myself. Next thing that I like, I think it's designed to be used like both in manual and auto mode. Because if I want to give it to someone else who isn't an experienced photographer and I would ask him to make a picture of myself or something else, they will make a great picture, I think, because it works fine in auto mode. But if you're an experienced photographer, you'd like to use this manual aperturing and focus ring to set up your camera in the way you want to have control over what you are doing. And it's fun to play with it, you know. Next thing that I like is its Leica lens. It's great, it's sharp, it's fast. It has 3x zoom and the aperture is from 1.4 to 2.8. And it makes this camera unique in my opinion because it's almost impossible to find the same lens in the market with the same specs, but as small as this one. So that is why I like it. Next thing that I like about using this camera is its picture profiles. Mostly I use two of them, is dynamic monochrome profile and retro profile. It helps sometimes to bring some art mood and nostalgic feeling into my pictures, so that is why I'm using them. Mostly and in general, Panasonic, they produce less expensive cameras than other brands in the market. I bought this one for $700 7 years ago, as I said, and right now if you want to buy a point-and-shoot camera, it will cost you about $1,000 to $1,200. And I was thinking to sell it a few years ago, but I'm glad that I didn't, because it seems like over time it's more difficult to find the same camera with the same specs, but for the same price. So maybe it's better to keep it on my shelf. I've used this camera a lot for the past years, mostly for photo and video reports of my educational projects. I was providing a lot of masterclasses across the country in different cities, and I needed something small and lightweight that I can take it with me to another city to make the job done, you know. And from that experience, I figured that maybe we can talk about your holidays, birthday parties, or some short trips to another city as an event in your life that need to be captured. And talking about capturing the moment or capturing the event, what our expectations are from photo and video reports. I think we just need to take pictures from different angles, right? Then we need to take a wide, middle and portrait shots of people, and for that purpose we have here built-in zoom lens, so it's easy to use in different scenarios. Next, talking about video reports, I think it's also simple here. We need some steady and short video clips from 10 to 30 seconds, and we can use them later on our laptop to edit them and make a video. So if you're thinking about everything that is happening in your life as an event, then point-and-shoot camera is a great way to capture the moment. I also use this Lumix LX15 Panasonic camera for commercial. Yes, I was filming videos for social media, advertisements, and even big local companies paid me some money to film videos for them, and I've used this small point-and-shoot camera for them because I didn't have another camera at that point of time. And you know, I never felt bad about it because of its size and because it doesn't look professional, because I understand that the picture, great, interesting and beautiful picture, isn't only about the camera. It's about the lens, it's about your skills, how to set up the light, how to choose an interesting background, and how to build a location. And if you can do that, I think in the skilled hands of a professional, even such a small camera like this one will work great. I hope this video was interesting for you to watch, and maybe you have drawn some conclusions on the topic of point-and-shoot cameras. See you next time, bye bye.